Good morning. Hello. Ah. Hello. Good morning, Beth. Hi, hi. We have things to fix. What? Apparently that was turned off for some reason. Oh, no, wait. I turned that off intentionally because my conditions are closed. Why did I think that that was wrong? Wow. Oh boy, we have stuff to do today. Right. Okay, so... Oh, my speakers are misbehaving today.
Why don't you tell me what exactly I did wrong? I'm open to the bones.
Right.
And all these flowers
Right.
you trampled in the
When I went to open hi Vaz. When I went to open the Kobble, we've got Forked Tongue and we got first Unity Fix, Forked Tongue, and then second Unity Fix. I feel like second Unity Fix was me messing with the legs and it didn't work, which is why the number isn't incremented. So I'm gonna go with Forked Tongue as the one to edit. And I believe what I need to do is I need to firstly make sure I'm on basis bridge. So I had to the forest, hoping they would catch the bear. So I need to turn on eye blink. And then it was like when the eyes were rotated in a certain direction, they were clipping through the lids. So can I get pose mode? Yeah. It's weird because that makes it seem like they're not rotating on the central point. Technically the eye shouldn't be able to look that far to the side, I think, but apparently it can. So, because we saw the clipping issue in we saw the clipping issue happen in Unity. So it is a thing that happens. We saw it with our eyes. So I think what I'm gonna do is oh Jesus. So I think I want to like select like a chunk of the eye, turn on soft edit, and I guess I want to move the whole thing out a little bit. Is this going to... Okay, it is mirroring it. That's important. I guess I just want to move the whole thing like out a bit. The influence to be that big.
All the lilies did turn black as we weathered out the storm.
Now we're clipping through the front. Oh, the eyeball's moving. That's not helpful at all. Select you. Select you. Close it. And then vertex. Blend from shape. Basis. That's better. File save as. We will increment to 28. I underscore clip underscore fix. Save. Also, one thing I can do now, technically, it's not necessary, but I'm going to, is we can actually import our new shaders in, our new textures in now. Sick. Eating up the night. Ah, remembering where everything got saved. Kobble, Call 2.0. This is not where the exports are kept, because the exports are kept in a different place, because of course they are.
Someone's always playing corporation games. Who cares? They're always changing. Corporation games. We just wanna dance here. Someone stole the stage. They call us irresponsible.
Non-color.
Write us off the page. Marconi plays the number. Listen to the radio.
That's not the thing I need. I can never remember what the thing I need is. That's the one, I think. That. I can actually see things a little bit better. Ready for tonight? Not really! Juggling so much all the time. I will be though. It's not like it's a big game, it won't take long to install, but I've not tested it in the slightest. So we'll see how that goes. Not where I meant that to go. what I'm gonna do, I think. Oh yeah, we have the textures in Blender now. Wasn't necessary, but it's a nice thing to have. Why do you look like that? That means you're weighted. Of course, the eyelids are partially weighted to the eye because that's how eyes work. Eyes move the eyelids. Hi, Core! So which part is it that is moving? It's that one right there. Jesus Christ. Ah! I'm gonna move you further down to maybe try to compensate for that. Hmm. Do I unweight the eyelids? No. Maybe I do, because that is pulling down on the eyelid, but not on the eyelash, because the eyelash wasn't weighted. So maybe I do, actually. Maybe I do unweight the eyelids. Where are the eyes? Where's the eye weight painting? Eye. Can't even see the weight painting because of the eyelash. So weirdly enough, the bottom of the eye is not proving much of a problem. It's the top of the eye. is hide the eyelash so I can see it. It is very much. I feel like it is more notable at the top of the eye moves. Let's get the tablet. I didn't think I would be doing weight painting today. Ugh. It's already been 15 minutes, Jesus. Is it 15 or 20? It's 20 minutes between spawns, right? Between spawns. Even so, Jesus. That went so fast. That went so fast. I guess that's why Unity has an option for it to be a blend shape, which was not something I ever thought about. Instead of it being weighted, because it causes issues if it's weighted. This is why it was weighted, because now it looks like the eye is moving in the socket. Also, it kind of feels like that bone isn't centered, even though I tried very hard to make sure it was. Okay, it doesn't need to come out that far, I don't think. Select you. These are still symmetrical, right? Oh god, it's a pain to keep having to flip constantly. Yeah, they're mirrored, okay. This hurts to look at. Oh boy. Reset that. Object mode. View. Okay, so no, it isn't centralized. Let's be honest, the center is going to be that, because yeah, I deleted this bit, but that's for the sake of optimization. If you don't see the back of the eye, so we don't need to be having those polygons there. It's only a small bit of optimization, but optimization nonetheless. So that is like our midpoint. So really, our bone should be in line with that midpoint.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high.
So there's the midpoint there. That is where we need the bone to be, in the middle.
I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space
Right? Question mark?
on such a timeless flight. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no. I'm a rocket
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's moving in out of the socket now. Okay, yeah, that was probably a good choice to make. Probably am still gonna have to adjust shapes though.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no. I'm a rocket man.
Just move the eyelash because I can see a very clear like gap.
Air alone. Mars ain't the kind of place.
I think in my brain when I made this I was going to put a black ring around the eye and the texture, but then I decided not to, and I think I just
Fact,
forgot.
it's cold as hell, and there's no one there to raise them. If you did,
Where's the verse I'm looking for? That one, I think.
and all the science I don't understand. It's just my job 5 days a week. A rocket man. A rocket man. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no. I'm a rocket man.
See, that's why that isn't
Rocket
there.
man, burning out his fuse up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Blender, I want to go into pose mode, not edit mode. Good, that's good. That is what we want to see. Must be mine. You don't know now, you know. What about Wink Both? Because Wink Both is slightly different from Blink Both. Because Blink is more relaxed and is kind of neutral, whereas the Wink is more forced and it goes slightly downwards. That is fine. In fact, I think it was the fact that the eye was moving that was causing the problem, that we saw the clipping of. Because it was literally during this emote that we could see the eye clipping through. So I think maybe in fixing where the bone is, we fixed it anyway. Okay. My question is, I turn on both of these. Do I actually need to change these now that the bone weighting is fixed? Doesn't look like I do. There's a little bit there, but that's fine because the eye isn't going to be looking that far down. Okay, no, I don't think I do actually. So, we're actually going to now do the opposite of what I was about to do, which was I was going to sync the individual left and right blinks with Blink Both. And in fact, it's now the opposite of Blink Both can just go back to what it was, so I'm going to sync it with the left and right. So we're going to vertex, blend from shape basis. I'm going to select the eyelashes as well because I did move them. Vertex, blend from shape basis. I'm going to blend from shape again. And this is going to be blink left. Isn't added. And vertex, blend from shape, and then the blink right. And that should fix it. Okay. In theory, that should fix that problem. I'm gonna rip the band-aid off, and I'm going to increment and try one more time to fix our other problem. And I'm gonna try to do it now, so that if it doesn't work, I can go away and have lunch and calm down, because I will inevitably be upset if it doesn't work. And also, if it doesn't work, that's when I have to make the executive decision of, am I going to remove the digigrade rig? Because is it better to have the fancy rig that only half works, or is it better to just have a regular rig that does work? It's because I have seen a different video that is slightly more recent about making a rig. It is a different method. So, I'm going to save you. We're going to increment again. This is going to be 29. This is going to be Alt Digi Rig. It's been another 15 minutes, Jesus Christ. What is happening with time today? Time's fake, it sure is. It's funny now that I look at this, because I could have sworn when I first made this I had it perfectly parallel, but as you can kind of see there, it isn't. I could have sworn when I made it, it was. I may have to have the music be muted for a bit so I can listen to the video. Here's their example of how it looks. Not what I meant to click on. This is a different video from what I have used in the past. Bye, Voss. Hope work goes okay. See you tonight for oh dear. So this is how it looks. So you can see this is the one that we're going for, where this ankle bends, whereas this is how it would look in a non-digigrade rig, if that is how we end up inevitably doing it. This is how it would look. This is the look that we're kind of like going for. So that is the goal of what we were trying to achieve with the digigrade rig, but it wasn't working for us. Ugh, why does it have to be that model? Okay, yeah, let me mute the music on the stream so that I can safely listen to this video, because I don't know if there's any music or anything in it.
Another bone out of that new bone and terminated somewhere within the vicinity of an existing foot bone. It doesn't have to be precise, but the more accurate you are, the better.
Okay, I have that sort of set up already.
Before I continue, I'm going to assign a separate route to these newly created.
So I have this kind of set up already.
And therefore I can easily switch between layers without having to juggle bones around or hide anything. I'm going to extrude two more bones. One for the foot, that's going to copy your foot's rotation. And then I'm also going to extrude a toe parent bone. Later down the line, I'm actually going to reparent all the toe bones to that new parent. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and rename these bones. I'm going to use a naming convention for all the deforming bones and call them S underscore whatever the fuck else. I'm not going to rename old bones that are now becoming controllers. They are not going to skin the mesh in contrast to these new bones. I'm switching into weight painting mode and looking for the groups that are
So you do. So yeah, you make the digibones and you weight paint them. I have that bit done. That bit I have done.
I can see that there's no skinning assigned to it. That's actually correct because our metacarpal is a total copy of the name, so subtracting 1 from 1 is 0, and we can't go into negative skinning. So all I need to do now is just edit it down on the metacarpal and apply the modifier. In the pose space, I'm previewing the skinning and also previewing the modifier work. Full type, rename these underscore copy, associated are.
This is just all of the weight painting, okay.
One last thing to do now is to parent all the toes to the digidegrade toe parent bone.
I don't need to reparent the toes because in the video here, he's like parenting a non-digi rig to make it a digi rig, whereas I'm making a digi rig from scratch. So these toes are already parented to this bone because I made it that way. So when I grab this and rotate it, it moves because I already did that.
Now I forgot to edit the toe and foot pads on the bottom of the leg. I entirely forgot that they were there, but that's okay. They just will fly off and you'll see them detach from the main mesh. That's fine. Just edit the model thoroughly yourself. I'm going to drag and drop the FBX of exported out of Blender.
Wait, so he didn't wait. He's already gone straight into Unity. So the leg mesh that he is using.
Comfortable working with it. I'm gonna go ahead and
just goes straight.
the marks, but extrude layers without having to juggle the skinning. Before I continue, I'm going to assign a separate.
So yeah, so his rig that he is trying to use. We need to be in edit mode for this. Just goes like that. That's how his goes. We can hear the videos audio tutorial like that it's warbled. Oh, that's because my microphone is picking up my speakers. Sorry, I thought it wouldn't pick it up. Okay, so but that's like that, and that is just all that he's done, kinda, in terms of the rig. But see you, Das. Hope it goes well. So that is the alt rig, essentially. Hmm.
I forgot to edit the toe and foot pads on the bottom of the leg.
Okay, so he just goes in. He goes into Unity at this point. Okay. I think Kels and her friend got stuck on the roof. Pokemon chat. Oh. Aw, yes, I've seen them. Yes, I've seen them. Kitakami, Vulpix is on the roof. Very cute. They're very cute. So I guess I just need to export this into Unity now. Hmm. See, at first I was like, oh, I think I've gone over this before. This is the problem with having, like, bad memory and ADHD and stuff, is, like, I think I went over before of, like, oh, is part of the problem that this isn't flush to the ground, but I'm looking at, like, other models, and they also don't have that be flush to the ground, so I don't think that is a problem. See, I think it is just Unity export now. Hi, Hope! Okay. Moment of truth, I guess. So we're trying something different. So, let me select. Make sure that's all reset. I guess I'll put the music back on. I needed to listen to that.
I never meant to be so bad to you. One thing I said that I
forgot that I put in a bone for the belly to have a bit of wobble. Just thinking about our fizz bone total. Because we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which puts us at good, but the moment we have 9 for the belly, we're not in good anymore. So I might have to make it like it's an option that people can have, but it'll lower your ranking. I suppose the important thing is, as well, is because I haven't really modified the mesh in any way. Actually, no, I haven't modified the mesh because yeah, I didn't modify the mesh. I modified the weighting, so the substance file doesn't need to be modified in any way. Man, the texture came out so Export FBX. Exports. Yeah, we're just gonna call this Alt-Digi-Rig. Selected objects, mesh and armature. FBX all. I never know which of these is meant to be which, but FBX all is the important bit. FBX all. Okay. My goodness, how is your day going, Hope? How you doing? Up to much? You see, I opened up the old Kobble avatar to have a look at things, which I will probably also do today. To remind myself how I set up the animation. Pretty empty. I suppose that's not too bad, really. Can be good, can be bad. Just depends, doesn't it? It just depends.
In the dark of the night I was tossing and turning, and the nightmare I had was as bad as can be.
You didn't do more work after that tweet, did you? You seem sleepy. I didn't, but that doesn't mean I still slept well. This is the thing that me and Curls have been known to talk about, and I used to talk about it in the rug mornings with my sleep tracker of like, just because I was asleep for 8 hours doesn't mean it was good sleep. Right, we're gonna try adding in this new model. And I am gonna do it completely from scratch. Yeah. As I said earlier, I'm trying one more time to fix the leg rig because I discovered a video which was like, here's a different way to do it, and I'm like, cool, I'll try the different way to do it. If it still doesn't work, then I probably will give up. Kobble, export. Alt digirig. Copy. Right, I'm gonna have to pause the music again so I can listen to this video.
Fine, just edit the model thoroughly yourself. I'm going to drag and drop the FBX. I've exported it from lenses Unity, switch the rig type to humanoid, and then apply a W material to all the material slots because the width of this model isn't 20 in this case.
Okay, so we set the animation rig to humanoid. And I guess extract the materials that's not fully necessary though. In fact, no, I'm not going to bother extracting the materials from it right now. Oh god, when people have their UI set up different to how yours is, and you have to spend a split second going, wait, where did you get that from? Okay, so that's his project tray.
So now that the model is set up, let's untick the strip bones option and then enter the humanoid retargeting system configuration panel. I'm greeted with an error in the spine. That is irrelevant for this tutorial, so ignore it. I will fix it slightly later in the footage. Now, what we need to do here is we need to reassign the leg bones. We have two sets of leg bones. One set is the deforming set with the S understring,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what's going to be driven by the rotation constraint.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our controller bones that are just our regular old planting rated bones, but we haven't really added.
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to do is we need to find the left knee, left ankle, and left toe, and right counterparts, and then just slot them into the humanoid retargeting system slots on the corresponding side, left and right. Then just reset and reapply the T-pose and check in the muscle and settings if your legs no longer bend and floats.
Say all of that again.
Slot them into the humanoid retargeting system slots on the corresponding side, left and right. Then just reset and reapply the T-pose and check in the muscle and settings humanoid into the in-mode retargeting system slots on the corresponding side, left and right. Then just reset and reapply the T-pose and check in the muscle and settings if your legs no longer bend and extend as you open them, close, or twist the body.
Right. I think I get that. I think. So we're doing all this again. So, no, we're not the planty ones. Wait. Yes, no, the planty ones. Not the digi, yeah. Getting planty and digi mixed up. So you and you. And then you and you. That's interesting that you've moved.
Muscle and settings if your legs no longer bend and extend as you open them, close, or twist the body.
What does he do then? He goes down to. He goes over to the muscle setting and he goes to. Where does he go? Open, close.
Apply those settings and then in your hierarchy, navigate to your hip bones for the left and the right legs, collapsing everything that you don't need to. You can expand multiple nodes by alt-clicking the arrows in the inspector. Select all four of those deforming bows and add a rotation constraint to all of them without clicking off of those bows. Also,
Already confused. It still sounds like cutting off the offending leg and bolting on a peg leg. That's not good for selling, though, Core, is it? It's not helpful. I heard the new Minecraft music they put in the new version. Oh, Minecraft music's nice. I do like Minecraft's music. Also, I'm sorry if the microphone is picking up the volume of the video. This is what got me confused on the other one as well. Is like, why is this lifted up? Because that's not where that bone is in Blender. Why is it here? And what instead of there? Why has it decided to do that? And annoyingly, this guy's like view doesn't actually have. I don't know why his isn't displaying. So, like, I literally can't see if that's right or wrong. Like, I could, in theory, it looks like I can literally just be like, hey, go back to where you should be, which is there. But I don't know if that's the correct thing to do or not. I don't know. There's not enough answers in these tutorials. Why do you look like that? Don't worry about the texture. We're not doing the texture right now. Okay, we'll just carry on. We'll just carry on. So,
Select all 4 of those deforming bones and add a rotation constraint to all of them. Without clicking off of those bones, also add at least 1 slot to all of them because you're going to need that.
rotation constraints.
For the metacarpal bones rotation constraint, we want to tweak it a little bit. So first of all, set its weight to be somewhere within 0.6 as a good starting point. You can adjust it later. And then add another slot to sources. Now go ahead and assign plantigrade to digitigrade constraint sources, but ignore the metacarpal for now.
Right. So, foot goes to foot. Lower leg goes to lower leg. Like that.
Now go ahead and assign plantigrade to digitigrade constraint sources, but ignore the metacarpal for now. For the metacarpal bone, you want to copy the rotations off of the foot and the hip bone. And you also want to keep the weights associated to those sources equal to one another and always above 0.5.
Oh god, I'm getting so confused from this guy's tutorial. I'm getting so confused from this guy's tutorial. It doesn't. He's named his bones differently, and I'm like, ah, oh, shit. What are you talking about?
Select all 4 of those deforming bones and add a rotation constraint to all of them.
Okay, so we add a rotation constraint to all of them. Okay, so on his thing, mine are called upper leg, lower leg, foot, and toe, and I think his are called knee. His are called leg, knee, ankle, toe.
For the metacarpal bones rotation constraint, we want.
So for me, that would be leg, knee. So the bit that I've called foot is his metacarpal.
To tweak it a little bit. So this rotation constraint, we want to tweak it a little bit. So first of all, set its weight to be somewhere within 0.6 as a good starting point. You can adjust it later. another slot to resources. Now, go ahead and assign planting.
So upper leg just becomes upper leg, activate. Lower leg becomes lower leg, and we activate. And I think what I have called my foot is what he has called the metacarpal. And then the bit that I've called toe is his foot.
But ignore the metacarpal for now. For the metacarpal bone, you want to copy the rotations off of the foot and the hip bone.
And the hip
And you
bone.
also want to keep the weight associated to those sources equal to one another and always above 0.5, or at least at 0.5. Your left leg is done, so you can just go ahead and repeat the same process on your right leg.
Right. So if I move these now, what happens? Currently nothing happens. Interesting. Ooh, oh, fun. Why is it not moving at all? Why are you not moving at all? Did I do these wrong? Probably.
Select all 4 of those deforming bones and add a rotation constraint to all of them without clicking off of those bones.
Yeah, I put the rotation constraint on the correct one. But why is it when I undo it, like, snaps a little bit? Ooh, fun, Blue said calmly. Mm-hmm. I'm stressed out, guys. I'm stressed out. Why is it not? Why is the whole leg now not moving? Why is the whole thing now not moving? Why will you move but you won't rotate?
assign plantigrade to digitigrade constrained sources, but ignore the metacarpal for now. For the metacarpal bone, you want to copy the rotations off of the foot and the hip bone. And you also want to keep the weights associated to those sources equal to one another and always above 0.5, or at least at 0.5. Your left leg is done, so you can just go ahead and repeat the same process on your right leg, just keeping in mind that the sources will be copied from the right leg now. So I fixed the torso, and now we're just going to add the full body biped IK, which will automatically pick up.
What? Hang on.
Here's the jump cut I promised. So I fixed the torso, and now we're just going to add the full body biped IK, which will automatically.
Okay. Ooh, fun. So the next line, his next line was, we add the full body biped IK, and I type full body, and I get nothing. I don't think this is gonna work. So I don't think this system is going to work. Because I can't add a component that I don't have.
Dragging the green ball around in the play mode, and you can preview the changes that the IK system does to the IK chain. So
Using a plugin? Yeah, it didn't mention a plugin at any point, and there's no mention of a plugin in the video description. But he says, add this component, and I don't have that component. So I guess this was a waste of time. Full body, it says, full body biped IK. He says, now we're going to add the full body biped IK, is what he says. Which is not a thing I have. Full body biped IK is just not a thing I have. So I don't know. The way he says it is like it's just should be just a thing that Unity has, but like I don't know. Considering that there's no mention of plugins or anything, then I assume it wouldn't be. But yeah, he doesn't mention anywhere in the video of like, oh, you need to download this or anything like that. Kind of like it's like add a rotation constraint, and it's like, oh, okay, there's a rotation constraint. There you go. You can just add that in. It's like, okay, I can do that easy.
Here's the jump cut I promised. So I fixed the torso, and now we're just going to add the full body biped IK, which will automatically pick up the bone bindings from the remote retargeting system, and so we will be able to preview the actual IK in action from here. I've also added the green IK goal for the left leg, and I'm going to reference it in the IK.
Hi, Diglett. Hello. Lovely to see you. How's it going? Yeah, when I type in the word full, nothing comes up, Hope, so it's just not there. How's it going? Not great, frankly, but we're doing our best. Game development. So I can't do this in play mode. Yeah, I think I straight up like can't use this method that this guy is describing because for some reason Unity just doesn't have the thing that he is using, even though he doesn't say that it's a thing I need to download or anything. It's going well, I've been out for breakfast right here. It's not going great, but no, I'm better to keep today's better than you. Thank you, Diglett. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. So, I guess I'm not using this. So yeah, we got less far in this one because at least in the old version we can move our goddamn legs. Oops. Now I'm breaking everything. Like we can move the leg in this version. But in this version that we've done, we can't even do that. So we somehow did worse. I believe it's here, but it's paid. Oh, fuck that. Hey, hey, people on YouTube. Hey, if you're going to make a tutorial that uses a paid for asset in order for it to work, you should mention that at the start. Okay? So that people don't waste an hour of their life following your tutorial to find out that they can't do it because they haven't bought the asset that you used. Okay, we good? Thank you. Well, I said when we started doing this that I wasn't, like, sold that it would work, so I can't say I'm too disappointed. It is what it is. Delete that. Delete that. Doesn't mention it anywhere in the video or in the description. Anyway. I'm going to make other adjustments to this, just to see if, on the off chance, it'll do anything. Can I go far enough back? Okay, so this is our original rig. And I noted earlier that there's a gap here, and while I don't feel like fixing this gap is going to fix our problem, I'm going to try it anyway. Wow. If anything, I don't feel bad that that didn't work because it's not my fault it didn't work. Because I wasn't given all of the information. So weirdly, I don't feel too bad about that. put the music back on because we're done watching that video for now.
Parallelism is important to getting it to work.
Hi,
So there's a few
Cade.
ways we can
I'm back. Hi, Cade.
do this. The way that I'm personally going to set this up, I'm going to pull this forwards a little bit. I'm going to grab onto this. I'm going to hit Shift S and then selection to cursor. No, sorry. Cursor selected. Then we're going to create a new in object mode. We're going to switch over to object mode. We're going to create a new.
Sip of water. So, thank you for the flowers. Aw. Yeah. I think I said this before, but I'm a level with you guys. Like, the digi-rig didn't work in the first version, but my heart doesn't want me to remove the digigrade rig because it feels like a downgrade. Even though it wasn't working in the original, it feels like a downgrade to take something that had a digi-rig and remove the digi-rig, because it worked enough in the old one. And we're basically at the same point with the new one in that it works enough. And I can't decide if I should just remove it. Because it feels like I'm giving up. I mean, I kind of am giving up, but like, I feel like I'm letting myself down. Because you know, if you were here a year ago, I was saying, you know, I'm doing a digigrade rig to prove I can do it. And to be here a year later and be like, I can't do it. It sucks. It sucks. So I think that's why I, like, can't let it go. But we literally talked about this when we were filling in the ADHD form of I struggle to let things go. Of like, you know, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me, it bothers me a lot. Hi, PK! So I think that's probably why I keep coming back to it, even though I'm like, I'm leaving it, and then 2 months later I come back and I'm like, I'm here again. I'm back in the fucking building again. I have problems with my brain. So, it definitely looks like the upper joint is in the correct place on this hip. This is in the correct place here. Right there. And this looks like it's in the correct place here. So, ergo, the one that is in the wrong place is that. And I need to work out what the right place is. I'm going to pause the music again so I can listen to this. object mode. Add. So we go to there, Shift S, cursor to selected, and then we come back into U, go to U, select U, and go selection to cursor. And we're going to go E, X, like that. Right, so in his tutorial, he pulls it back to give it a bit of thickness. So I am going to do that, but I'm going to try to make it not very much. And it's the front plane that I sync it up, that I'm syncing this up with. There's the origin. So we grab the U and come on, click the, nope, U, click U, this little ball here, no, not the leg, the ball. Come on, Blender. There we go. Cursor to selected. Stay in object mode, we go Shift S. Selection to cursor. That's not the correct one. Wait, shoot. This is not right. This is not correct. You mentioned crossing some of those lines into parallel. Which ones are they? The two that I am checking at the moment, which is the top leg here and this lower ankle here. I'm literally rechecking them because I'm looking at it and I'm like, but this doesn't look correct. So I'm literally doing the process to double check that they are parallel. But I'm currently screwing it up because the origin of this is not in the correct place. Let's fucking do this again and do it properly. Select you. Cursor to selected. Make sure I actually have the right bone selected. Upper leg planty, it says right there. That is the correct one. Right? No, it's not. I get planty and digi mixed up. Digi is the one that we are using, because that is the one that is weighted. Oof. Oh, it's a headache. Ugh. So can I... So now I've got upper leg... There's upper leg L and upper leg planty. So I want upper leg L to be cursor to selected. I'm going to grab you, and I'm going to go selection to cursor. So now they are occupying the same space. Object mode, we're going to add a plane. Into edit mode for that plane, and we remove 2 vertices. This vertex, Shift S, selection to cursor. Go back onto the rig, go back into edit mode, click this little knee bit, click this little blender, I'm going to kill you. Click this little knee bit, click the knee, there we go. Cursor to selected. We come out, we click on this, we go back in. We click you. We go selection to cursor. That bit is straight. Okay. Okay, and the root is at the top there now this time. We got it the right way around this time. Edit mode. And we're going to extrude you back just a smidgen to see how and where you are. And we're going to extrude you this way in order to see you. So now we can see it. Save. I've already saved, but thank you. Extrude that out. We've done that. Yeah, our origin is up in that corner, which is correct. The origin is there this time. Okay. So now, go down here. Cursor to selected. We grab this. And we go selection to cursor. Wow, that's not even remotely correct. Jesus Christ, past me. What the hell? Jesus, I didn't think I changed it that much. That must have happened when I redid the leg. Jeez, no wonder it's not working. I was convinced it was correct. Maybe that's what is all. Has all my problems been because it wasn't correct? I could have sworn it was correct. Okay, so yeah, so as he says in his example, he likes where the foot is, which I also like where the foot is. Like, I can't bring the foot back here, clearly, because there's no mesh here. But I can bring the ankle forward, because we've got mesh here. So what I'm going to do is, we grab you, And we're going to move you forward like that until you're in line roughly with this. Clever way to figure out they're out of parallel. Yes, it is clever. So that is pretty damn close. To that. That's pretty damn close. So now so what I do is cursor to selected, click the rig. Oop. Make sure I'm not selecting the one behind it. Selection. Right, yes. Oop, when did that happen? Go back a bit. Try again. So we select that one, not both of them. We select that one and go cursor to selected, like that. There we go. That's better. And then we have you, and we go selection to cursor. And we do that again. So I'm going to zoom in as close as I physically can on this here. Blender will not let me go any closer. Okay, I need to be a little bit closer than that. There we go. That looks about right. And then we go S, cursor to selection. That is in the correct space in 3D space, not just in 2D space. And then we go S, selection to cursor. So the joint has now moved further forward. So now we have to maybe edit the mesh a little bit. Let me check let me go into pose mode and see if I do need to move the mesh at all. Let's hope it doesn't have to be exactly parallel. This is as exact as I can get it. It's way better than it was. It's like, Jesus, I must have, I was so confident in the past that I hadn't fucked that up, and in fact I fucked it up hugely, which says a lot about my life. Don't read into that. We're going to go into pose mode. That still bends okay, doesn't it? Okay. I'm going to say it does. Fair enough, Core. I have Weetabix for breakfast every day because I'm an adult and I realise that having some fibre is good for me. Oh, that was my wrist. That wasn't even my elbow. Normally the elbows are the main offender. I'm falling apart. Drink some water, thank you. Okay, so I'm not going to modify the mesh because it looks like it's going to be okay. So now I need to fix this bit. Right, I don't need to do the weight painting. Skip that bit. Excuse me. Break time? You right, you right. You right. At 1 o'clock. Gosh dang it, you're so right. Do I want to move the mesh of the leg? I spent so long updating these legs is the thing. I don't know if I want to move it. But is it better to like grab that and have it be in the center, you know? You know what I'm saying? Wow. Basically, we would do that. And like that. And then we select you. I'm going to edit. Not edit, sorry. Pose. I suppose it's not too bad. Hmm. Uh-oh. What happened there? I pressed a button. Okay. then I'm ending up with things like, well, now this doesn't quite look as right, so we want to move that forward slightly, but I don't want to be modifying the mesh too much. I think I'm just going to leave the knee. I think the ankle looks better, more centralized, but I think I'm going to leave the knee there, because that is kind of the point where the bend is. I mean, technically that's where the point... No, because that doesn't look right now. I spent a long time trying to make that leg look nice. We're going to leave the knee. We're going to leave the knee. I spent a long time trying to make it look nice. Blue, walk away. Okay. I'm going to go walk. Is it raining? It isn't currently raining, but it looks like it would like to rain. I'm going to go walk. I'm going to have lunch when I get back. I'm going to go for a walk right now. Well, have fun walking. I will. I like walking. So I was just responding to Spook. Right. Okay. Do I dare have a glimmer of hope? I think my brain is already having a glimmer of optimism. The alert sounds muted. I know, I've muted the entire thing so you guys can't hear the tutorial video. I just muted the entire thing. Do I dare have a glimmer of hope that this could be fixed? I don't know. A glimmer of me? Maybe. I still have to do a thing for you, don't I, Hope? I'm so sorry. I feel awful, because you donated to charity and I haven't done your sketch for you. I will do it. I promise I will. It just might take me some time to get to it. Wah! I have so much to do all the time. Okay, let's not think about that. Let's go outside and have some fresh air and clear the head. Deep breath, everybody. Look after yourself. I'm going to go look after me. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Sorry that I become a horrible, grouchy mess when stuff is broken. I'm sorry. I definitely get it from both of my parents. But yes, thank you for everyone being lovely. I said no apologizing. I'm sorry for apologizing. Ah! I'm gonna go. I love you all very much. I love the support that you give me, and I'm glad that you're still here even when I'm being a miserable bitch. Thank you. I'll see you in 2 hours to see if we can fix this. Bye. I love you, bye. Hi. Oop. Someone beeping outside? Hello. Good afternoon. Oh, you can see the podcast I was listening to over lunch. Wow. Right. We're back. So... I can hear noises outside. Well, so, we've been trying to redo our rig. Let me just keep watching this video where I left off. I think we were kind of almost done. Because it's that and that which have to be parallel. I don't think this does. Although I think maybe that and that needs to be parallel, so actually I probably should carry on with this tutorial as it is happening. which is, let's see. That I'm gonna have to delete these buttons and remake them. I'm just gonna have the video on.
We're going to tab mode. We then grab that rig, actually is weighted properly and no longer stretches. Right, so with all that weight painted now, that's all well and good to go. However, now we need to set up the plantigrade rig. So, to do that, what I would recommend is we go onto this rig here, we're going to tab mode. We then grab that rig, we grab that rig, we grab that rig.
So this is why Cade is so lovely with their tutorials, because in their voiceover they said we grab that, and we grab that, and you know what they did? They went into the captions and went we grab that, and then specified in the captions what they're grabbing. Cade's great. So I think all of these are being deleted. And we're going to do them again. For that, I'm going to take a screenshot of how I named these, because I want them to be named exactly the same as I did before. I'm just going to hang on to that for a couple of seconds. I don't need it permanently, I just need it while I do this. So,
Going to tab mode. We then grab that rig, we grab that rig, we grab that rig. We ignore the toes for this.
we ignore the toes,
I'm then going to hit
Shift D to
and then
duplicate,
left click off it,
and right
so it
click
resets
so
it.
that it offsets the position. So, if I do this on the leg, is it going to do this for the other leg? It does. Excellent. Okay, that's reset.
itself back into position. And what you'll see here is that we now have those named
We have
bones.
bones that are upper leg, blah blah blah, 001.
We will click quite quickly to bring it up. Get rid of the 001.
Get rid of the 01 and call it planty. So I need to rename these the same way I had them renamed before. So, upper leg. I had this renamed as upper leg planty underscore L is how I named that. Lower leg planty underscore L. Foot planty underscore up. I think regardless of if this rig works or not, this is the one I'm going to use going forward, just because we did fix the positioning a little bit, so even if it doesn't fix it, it fixed the problem we're having in Unity. In theory, it should at least be better, so I will use this regardless, I think. Then I've got to do the same with these, so this is upper leg planty underscore R. Lower leg planty underscore R. Bark. Foot planty underscore R. And that is how I name this. Upper leg planty L. Lower leg planty L. Foot planty L. just so everything is the way it was, can I move these under the tail? I cannot anymore. That is a shame. I don't think it matters. Hi, Zap.
You want to
Rename
this
all of
on
those.
all of those zeros.
Oh, I'm having a text from my mother that actually is important. I have to check my emails because this is important. I really need to unsubscribe from some of these things because I never read them. Things like Twitch emails me after every stream to be like, here's your stream summary. I never read it. I should really just disable those emails. I need to get back to working with Blender. Too many distractions for my art and writing this past month. Fair. Yeah, it's good to get back into stuff when you've not done it for a while. It's like really you have that sort of desire to get into things. Good job, past me writing stuff down correctly. Sarcasm, by the way. Wah. Confirmation of your book. Yes. Right. Okay, sorry, that was important. I had to deal with that. That was important. Right. So we name all of these. All been named. Strings of D. Okay, they are named properly. to down to foot and foot planting. Is this symmetry? Yes, it is. What I'm going to do is pull it forward so it is in front of where the foot usually is, but just behind the toes. So this little ball down here, which is... we want the foot planty ball. Not that one. He's home early. He's home early. I don't need this screenshot anymore. I need this little ball here. I don't want to select the whole thing, I just want to select the little ball. How can I select it without selecting the other one when they're occupying the same space? Foot planty, there we go, foot planty. And we want to move that forward on a straight line to be in front of the foot, but behind the toes. So we're gonna go with there. It looks like that it's quite close to the toes, but not like on top of them. So that is like that. Then we move the lower leg planty L, which is going to be this ball here. So this is interesting. It says you can do this by eye, but take it slowly. And I'm like, why don't you just use the method that you used before? Is there a reason for that? That they want this to be here. I'm like, okay, why don't we use the set cursor tool like we did before? Why are you doing it by hand? I assume there must be a reason that he does it by hand. Leg L for L, lower leg R for R, lower leg planty L. That is the bit I need, but I want to select not the whole bone, I want to select the ball bit. Lower leg L for R, lower leg planty L, lower foot planty L. I don't want to select the whole bone. I want to select the ball joint. Hang on. Where's the fucking? I can't remember the name of anything. Hedral. Lower leg L, that's what I want. So he does it by hand, where he just takes that, grabs it, and moves it down like that. Is that what he does? I'm trying to make sure that this is correct. Oh no, he does do the whole bone. Wait, so this one is just the ball, but this one is the whole bone. Oh, I guess that's why he doesn't use the... snap too, because it is the whole bone. Oh, I'm dumb. So it takes the lower leg planty L, grabs the whole thing, and moves it down like this to here. And zooms in super, super close so that we get that right on top of there. And I don't think I could get that more exact if I tried. Get it as far as possibly close to its end, lined up. Perfect. And that is it, that is the rig sorted. Okay, so that is the updated rig. I have done that once before, but I wanted to go through it once again. And as you can see now, that is a lot more synced up with that leg. Yeah, I don't think I can get that more exact. That is a lot more synced up with that leg than it was before. Before there was a very obvious gap between the two. Make sure I've not missed anything. Make sure they're all correct. That is the left one, for the left leg. Lower leg plenty. It's Alt P to clear parent. Just want to disconnect the bone. Yep, well, hang on. There is more to do. We're not done yet.
With that, the planty rig is sorted. That is your rig ready to go. So what you should see is upper leg planty there, lower leg planty there, and then this one here should be foot planty. On the other side of the rig, that should be upper leg, that should be lower leg, that should be foot, and then this one down here should be toe. Toe might be connected on your model. It depends on how the original creator set it up. Either way, personally, I would probably disconnect it, but you should be fine. There is one more thing we need to do on this rig here. You want to click onto the lower leg planty and Alt P to clear a parent, and we just want to disconnect the bone. We don't want to clear the parent, we just want to disconnect the bone.
Disconnect.
You should see this happens there, and if you move it around temporarily just to see, you should see this black line appear here. That should be well let go. With that done,
That does it to
that's
both
the
of them.
blender side of it mainly. Now, you might want to make some little adjustments to parts of the body, like this bit, for example. And again, just use your soft selection and move these.
Well, that's editing the mesh, which I'm fine. I'm okay. Once you're happy with it, ready to move over to Unity. Okay. Ah! My goodness. Wow. Smell like Spook is cooking himself a snack. He is hungry from work. You're doing better. I'm doing better after having a break. We're literally about 5 minutes away from finding out if it worked or not. But here is the new rig apparently done. You can see we don't have that big gap between these two anymore. They're a lot more aligned. So yeah, our rig was broken, and I kind of didn't know it was broken. But we'll see if that does fix the problems. But I think, regardless of if it fixed it or not, this is the one we will use because it is a better rig. So I may still have the same problem I had before, but we're gonna find out. Spooky's home early, and I can smell that he's cooking himself some noodles and things like that. And I'm also juggling talking to him. And Spook is watching Pokemon Stadium videos. Oh, it is literally right there, huh? Wow, thank you. Before forgetting happens, event. Event? Event? Huh? Isn't it Friday? Oh! You're right, I completely forgot to do that this week, huh? I'm supposed to do it like a few days in advance so that people can be ready for it. God damn. But, yeah, oh dear, community game night. Starts at 8 PM. Next, create. Probably won't make it today, sadly. Aww, that's a shame. I definitely forgot to make the events link this week. And I forgot to ping the event role at event. Well, there we go. I can run a community. Alright. Select rig. Go into pose mode. Select everything and Alt R. Make sure that that is cleared. I have edited the mesh slightly, so we are going to apply all transforms just in case. Right, we select a rig, we select the mesh. We export an FBX. Selected objects, armature mesh, FBX all. Yep, I'm just gonna rename, just keep the alt digirig because the last alt digirig didn't work. I'm just gonna replace it. Back in Unity, this is still here. I've been here the whole time. Stop asking me about the event, guys. It's in the events channel. You wouldn't know, you never come. Humanoid. Apply. Just 'cause I'm right. I hope work was alright, darling, because you had to work earlier. But you got to finish earlier. How are the noodles? Not going to be having ramen for dinner then. No! Go Wagamami! You all are working hard this week. Spook is always working hard. That I will say. Spook always works hard. I do know what to do here, but I am going to double check I don't do anything wrong. Humanoid, apply. Figure. We unplug the jaw. I'll mess with the hand later. We delete all of these legs. It looks bent. It looked bent from that angle. Delete all of those legs. Plenty L. Lower leg, plenty L. Foot, plenty. And then leg, plenty R. Lower, plenty R. Foot, plenty R. Thank you for the save. I am out of Pokeballs. That's not on. Now I gotta quickly go buy some more Pokeballs. I like that track. It's one of the new ones we found. Apparently I have 69 Ultra Balls. Nice. Have I done this week's quest yet? I have done this week's quest. I have a Cyndaquil now. Yay! SSS is streaming in the day? My goodness. That is surprising. Oh, I got the Cyndaquil when I caught the Absol. Right, shop. Pokeball. Give me 20. Purchase. Awesome. Give me another 20. I have so much money in this game. I forgot to pick up the game when it was on sale. No! The summer sale has ended. It's fine. It's fine. Yep, everything is back at full price again. I think this is out of early access now. Might have to look at this one. This is one of those ones where you type in the chat and play with chat. Summer hasn't. I don't know, have you looked outside? It's not looking very summery. I have a lot of stuff on my wish list. I don't even need this stuff on my wish list. I have a lot of games that I haven't played. Oh dear. Oh, you bought it anyway. Bless you, sweetie. Why is it raining? Yeah, it's raining. Anyway. Any sweet. It will complain it's not in T-pose. The important thing is you come down to the bottom and you hit apply. You then go to muscles and settings. Upper leg twist and lower leg twist. Apply. And then the next thing we do is the constraints. Done. Oh, I get why the texture isn't quite right. It's because even though it's using the new normal map, it's using the old texture. That's kind of funny. Because when it looks for it in a certain... It's still there. How much is Una? I was about to make that everybody has Uno. It has Uno. It came with your Xbox. I'm not playing Xbox. £8. To be fair, we can technically play Uno for free in VR chat. We don't need to buy it. We don't technically have to buy Uno in the desktop in this. We don't technically have to. Someone has ported Uno to VR chat and we can play it in VR chat as part of VR chat game night. So next time, I made a mental note of this when I was talking with Rosa in the VC. Next time we do VR chat, I want to wear the Evorex avatar so that Rosa can see it. We were talking about what we were talking about all the different avatars I have, and I was going off on one. And I Right. So where's the picture? Where's the picture for this? There is our picture. Right. Upper leg. As I confusedly check something for a second. Oh, it alphabetized them. Weird. Save some for VR as well. Yeah, that'd be cool. Cool to have you in VR chat. Do I want to do VR chat next week? I don't know. I don't know. My mom is messaging me again. Gotta text me, Mom. Hi, Bipple. Hello. Merp. That a circle? Merp. I'm on vacation, might join next week, since I'm also bringing my PC. Ooh. You have a nice vacation. Hope it's somewhere nice. How's things? We are coping. We are coping. It is leg day. Again. Right, component. Rotation. Rotation set to upper leg planty L. Activate. Lower leg L. Rotation to lower leg planty L. We go to foot. Foot is rotation constraint to foot planty L. Activate. Toe is parent constraint and is parented foot planty. Foot planty L. Activate. I think I did one of these wrong. Foot planty L is, yes, is not constrained to the foot. It's constrained to upper leg. Oh, and then we zero that and it doesn't twist, because we remembered that from last time. If we zero it, it doesn't twist for some reason. I'm working on them on myself. I've only got a commission. Woo! Let's go! Congrats! So, upper leg, rotation to upper leg planty. Lower leg, rotation to lower leg planty. Foot, rotation to upper leg planty. Toe, parent. To foot planty. And then we do the same on the right leg. So upper plantar, activate. Lower plantar, activate. Foot is rotation and is upper leg plantar, activate. And then toe is parent constraint to foot. Plantar, activate. Okay. And that's all of the constraints. Hi Rosa, how's your day been? So we've set up all the constraints. Rotation, 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 parent. Rotation, 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 parent. And then you do all the avatar stuff. We add the component, VRC, avatar descriptor. Edit the viewport, because it is too high, because our avatar is a little guy. We are smaller than average by default. We are intentionally smaller than average. viewport goes like in here. Okay, I think this is moment of truth. It's probably not gonna work. Don't get your hopes too high. If you don't mind me asking, what are you doing with the legs? I'm trying to set up a digigrade rig, because when you are making an avatar in VR chat, it is mapped to a human body. What? It is mapped to a human body. And I have set up these additional bones to try and get the legs to bend in a more like visually appealing way for digigrade animals, which would be, in this case, if I grab this here, you can kind of see how it's moving. In fact, let me grab the right one. Like this. So it moves in a nicer way, as opposed to how it would move like this. That won't move now because I've got the constraint set up, but you get what I mean. For a human, we have the top of our leg, and then the lower part of our leg would go straight to the foot. So this joint here would not bend in a normal humanoid rig. So we have set it up so that hopefully it does bend. But it is a very finicky process, and we're about to find out whether this is even worked. It might not have worked.
Purge the world of vice and sin. And he saw corruption everywhere except within.
It's already done the thing. It's still done the thing. I don't think it worked after all that. Yes, hello? Jesus. Finish with the palm of the hand, good lord, that took a while. Yes, hands are complicated. Does that look like it went up and down to you? On the steps of Notre Dame. Add this child's blood to your guilt on the steps of Notre Dame. It's interesting that we have this happening again. The leg is still going off to the side, but it doesn't look like it's lifting anymore.
Follow felt a twinge of fear for his immortal soul. Care for the child and raise it as your own. And Furo gave the child.
I don't have full body to test this myself, so I can only really go off what my eyes are showing me.
Quasimodo. No, he is a victim to guess if you can sing the bells of Notre Dame. Who was the monster and who is the man?
I got full body if you want me to test it for you. Very kind. Maybe. Problem is that now is not really the time. Auto fix this. Auto fix this. Let's do a build and test in VR. because if we go into I think, yeah, let's just do it. Let's do a building test. Desktop. Okay. Stop. Avatars. Other. Kobble. Oh! Guys, look! Did you see that? Look at the mommy avatar. Okay, fine, it is the mommy avatar, but please. But look, do you see that? Look. Old version. New version. Ayo? So the leg is still twisted, but we don't have the ground clearance anymore? I mean, here's the moment of truth, I guess. Yeah, the leg is still, like... It's flush to the floor. Hang on. Camera. Photo camera. Oh my god, guys, the feet are on the floor! We fixed one of the problems! I'm happy with that, frankly. I don't care if this has got a little twist in it, it's flush to the floor. Because this one... bring the camera back. Isn't flush to the floor. Oh my god. We actually fixed some of the problems. Also they're talking about this avatar. Which is one of the avatars that I actually use. Hello. It's me. We did it! I'm gonna take that as a victory. I don't know why it's still got that little foot twist in it, and frankly, I don't care. I'm gonna take the victory of he's flat on the floor, as he should be since day one. So we actually fixed it. Holy crap. Holy crap. We actually fixed it. Yeah, save. I had to remind myself you're taken and put myself in my place. Yeah, you better. You better. I am in fact taken. I'll be happily married next year. Holy shit. Okay. Save all of that. Right, now. The thing that I'm gonna try to do next is... I'm gonna see if I can replace this one with the new one. This may break stuff, but I'm gonna see if I can do it. Which is, I'm gonna take the FBX of the new fixed one, rename it, and tell it to replace the old one. We'll see what happens. So I'm gonna grab Alt Digirig, Might I suggest save a copy? Yeah, I've still got the original. So so we've got FBX here. And this is the new one, Alt Digirig. So I'm going to copy this to the desktop, rename it to just Kobble 2.0, and put it into here to replace that. But if this goes wrong, I've still got it here. But at the end of the day, this is the FBX I want to use now. So if it goes wrong, it just means that I got to do it all again with this one, which is fine because that's just what happens. I've updated the FBX and changed the rig. If things break, things break. It's natural. So I'm going to copy you to desktop. Just going to call you Kobble 2.0.fbx. There is an underscore in that. I'm going to copy you into here. I'm going to replace you. And Unity's going to have a little think. It all broke. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. It's fine. I kind of figured that would happen. It's funny how things like that happen, isn't it? Funny. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I'm probably just gonna have to do a bunch of stuff again, which is fine. I figured that would probably happen. So it is what it is. Going to delete you. Okay, this one is fine. Configure. This is all still here. That's all there. The jawbone is removed. The fingers are in the correct place. The legs are set. That's all fine. So we're just going to do all of our constraints again. Okay, I need to sit back and relax a bit now because I was so tense for all of that because I was like, oh god, what if it doesn't work?
Morning and the sun was gone. Turned on some music to start my day and lost myself in a familiar song. I closed my eyes and I slipped away.
I hope I can copy a bunch of the stuff from this one over to this one. Right, upper leg, lower leg, and foot all have rotation constraints. Toe has a parent constraint. These all have rotation constraints. And you have a parent constraint. Right. So upper leg, L, to planty, activate. Lower leg to lower leg, activate. Foot is upper leg, activate. Toe is foot. Upper leg, lower leg. They're all active. Upper leg R. Hi, Core. Upper leg R. Active. Lower leg. Active. Foot is upper leg R. Active. Toe is R. Active. Upper leg. Oh, I did the wrong one.
When I'm tired and thinking cold, I hide in my music,
Leg R, leg R, foot R.
dream of a girl I used to know. I close my
Leg R,
eyes and she
leg R.
slipped away.
I think that's all set up correctly again.
She slipped away. It's more than a feeling, more than a feeling. When I hear that old song they used to play, and I begin dreaming, more than a dream, till I see Mary Ann walk away.
Just left eye, right eye. Look straight. Oh god, which way is it? Oh, there we go. Line shape. Kobble. Blink is blink both. None. None. Alright, let's build and test this. Shouldn't have closed the game. I still have emails that I haven't answered. Like, the charity organizers, the person who scouted me. Is that the word? I suppose that's the term that people use, right? The person who scouted me for the charity event basically sent me an email to be like, thanks for helping, and I want to be polite and respond and be like, thank you for inviting me, it was really fun. So I need to be professional and answer emails. Yeah, I gotta be, I run my own business technically, I have to answer emails. It sucks. I really wish this didn't autoplay, because when streaming it's a pain. I was testing out some avatars that someone's made a more female edit of the Nova Beast, and I tried it on and I was like, oh no, this is kind of nice. As opposed to, like, this, which is kind of, you know, androgynous, I guess. It's, you know, neither male or female. The Ono part is funny. There are too many avatars I want to buy. Right, Kobble 2.0. Oh, it's floating again. It's floating again. What changed? Huh? What changed? It's floating again. What changed? The height, I mean, the height is different because the reason it's floating is it's lifting itself into the air. The entire avatar is lifting itself into the air, so it thinks it's higher. So it's not floating because the height has changed. The height has changed because it is floating. Why did you do? Unity, can't you give me a win for once? Unity! I feel like I'm going insane. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting something different. I'm doing the same thing and expecting the same thing, and I'm getting different results. Like... Huh? Print to console. The problem with things like this is, as with most coding things, of I can't fucking tell what they're saying. Rig has import warning. See import warning tab for more detail. Cannot generate normals for blend shape clothes clip on the model. What? What does that have to do with anything? I'm so tired. What's your problem with this guy? Clear console. Print console. Cannot generate normals. I mean, Normals shouldn't do that, because normals isn't a position thing. Normals is the how things affect the surface. And like there's no change in there. I think that's literally, you know, it says like clothes clip has no things for this, and neither does customization. Like, yep, they should all be empty because these are empty shapes. These are empty shapes, so they shouldn't do anything. Normals shouldn't affect the rig like that. What's the other import message? Clear. Print console. Unity. You're not printing the error to the console. Unity. Those are warnings which are not errors. Those tell you something might go wrong. When I am on the console, right down here, can't see it, I've selected console. I've gone, okay, Unity, what's the error? Print the error to the console. The console remains empty. Go back to the other one. Can I go back to the other one? Maybe? I don't know anymore. And music got copyrighted. Yeah, that's very typical as well. No, that's when music gets copyrighted on TikTok, it gets replaced with that music. Hope. If it's any consolation, I feel your pain. Yeah, avatar making be like? I cry. I cry. What do I do at this point? What do I want to do? Because I'm like, what broke? What did I? What I clearly did something, but what did I do that caused it to break? I don't understand. Why does this one not float and this one does float? Something happened somewhere. Drink some water. Can you build and test and try again? Maybe it's random. I don't feel like it is. If you need a break, don't be afraid to take one. I could help so I could. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, like you can see it lift up ever so slightly when we enter into the play mode. You can see it happen. But why does it? Delete you again. So this is the one that has the alt rig. Just straight up. Instead of replacing it, we just straight up use the alt rig one. And for the third time today, we open all of this up and we put in the restraints. Rotation constraints. Rotation constraint. This one. Upper leg out is upper leg, plenty L. Activate. Lower leg L is lower leg, plenty L. Activate. Foot L is upper leg, anti-L. Activate. Toe is a parent constraint. 2. Foot planty. L. Upper leg R. To upper leg, planty R. Activate. Lower leg R to lower leg, planty R. Activate. Foot R to upper leg, planty planty R. Activate. Toe root. Karen. Foot planty R. Activate. I recall you going back from making the owl person back to the cobble like, oh, I can do this better, it will be easy. No, I don't think I ever said it'd be easy. I said I can do it better. No, I'm not, I don't think I'm cocky enough to say that any of this is easy. I don't think at any point I've said that doing this would have been easy. I just said it would be better. It is better. Even with this thing being broken as heck, it's still better. VRC avatar descriptor. The foot pops out, but it doesn't look like it lifts. Build and test. Because I'll have to do all of the animations again, but like for it to work, it's worth it, you know? Rejoin. Just refresh. Wow. Anyway, something I didn't do yesterday. I was gonna post this, and I feel like I still should. Hang on. Let's talk something positive for a hot second. Gamers Outreach. There's the grand total that we contributed towards. Here's a picture. Profile pictures of all the VTubers who joined us for the VTuber SummerSlam. I am here. I am in this picture. I am just there. There's me. There's me. I spent 5 minutes going through all of the blue sections. There's me. I helped. I was gonna make a little post about this, but yeah. So that's something that's like some positive stuff. Like, there's me. I was part of this. I feel good. Feel good for that. There's some positivity to try and counteract the negative that's been going on around here. Avatar. Other. It's still flush to the ground. So it's okay. Okay, so I'm not on blue, am I? No, I'm not. I don't want people joining me while I'm working and I'm just ignoring them. So So. What do we do? What do we do? So this one, the original, does not want to work. This one does. So, all of the expressions and everything, I was hoping that I could just replace them, because then I could keep all of the expressions and stuff. Because we are gonna have to keep using this new one, the Alt Digirig, because this is the one that works. We're gonna have to redo all of the expressions that we've done so far, which currently isn't too much. If anything, this is why I did this today before I programmed in all of the customization. Because I kind of, part of me thought that there would be a chance I would have to redo it all, and it looks like I do. Well, you know, Discord notify. I don't do it manually. So... I forgot to do the events notification this week. You think I can remember to post a Discord notification multiple times a day? No! So I have a bot do it, and sometimes the bot just decides it doesn't want to for some reason. And I don't even notice, because that's me. Okay, so... Anyway, I think what happens is, unfortunately, this gets deleted. As does this. This whole day was a sham. Yeah! It's been a day, guys. Be kind to me when we play Oh Dear tonight. Be kind to me. I've had a day. Digirigs. Never again. Never again. I even said when I started doing the owl, I was like, I'm not doing a digirig, and I can just confirm this. Never again. Never again. Rename that to old. I wish I would stop doing that. This is now... This is now the Kobble 2.0. This is the old one. It's been renamed. This is the old one. Because when you're shipping a product, it has to be named correctly. So this is now the one we are using. Kobble 2.0. This is now the one we are using. That's the old one. This is the new one. And just so I don't get confused, I'm going to go into the content manager of my VR chat and I'm going to delete all of these. So I know that the one I upload next is the one that I am using. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to extract these materials. And I want to use this eye material, and I want to use that cobble material. Right? Now when it gets dragged into there, save those. It's got the correct materials on it. By default. It's got the correct materials on it. Don't need that material, we can delete it. Don't need that material, we can delete it. That's Asian's not blue. No, you can ask Curls about this. I get asked to name something, I will sit and think about it for three working weeks and then come back with something really simple. Which is why when Curls was absolutely flabbergasted, I came up with Ripple's name in a night. Blend shapes. Kobble. U A I U E O N S Ch K D F P Sil. That's all correct. Enable eye look. I'm gonna tell you right now, from this point onwards, we know this one works. If somehow applying all of the VR chat requirements of all of this and all of that breaks it, we're done. Oh, but Crisis when naming songs, fair. Fair. Prefab. Unpack complete. Create empty. Do not touch. Create empty. Colliders. Create empty. Fizz buns. Build and test. Get this in. Get this in. By putting fizz bones in the tail, I can tell whether it updated or not. It did update. The feet are still on the floor. We're winning. Wow. Our mouth is working correctly. Our expressions won't be, but that's fine. Because they've all been removed, and I will likely have to do them all again. But I think Digirig is done. I'm not going to touch it anymore, and it is just the setup. Whew. Never doing another Digirig again. And I would say, hold me to that, but I feel like this has literally been so traumatic, it's going to burn itself into my brain of never do a Digigrade rig. If someone comes to you and it's like, hey, can I commission you to make an avatar? And I go, yes. And they go, can it be a Digigrade rig? Go, no. Go, no, no it can't. That's enough of that. I've faffed around in FF long enough to assume the HD is okay. I'm gonna try and put it back in the case and see if I have to be annoyed. This is gonna be the rules now. Yeah. Like, when it works, it looks great, but getting it to work is so painful. I don't know how other avatar makers do it. I don't know how they do it. 'Cause, Jesus Christ. You. And what I want you to do is use these. There's our leg colliders. In theory, I could do the toe colliders now, but I don't know if I want to. But the bones are there, and we're no longer floating on the floor, which I guess means technically if someone wants to add toe physics to this, they can. The potential is there, but I'm probably not going to add it in by default because it will take the model out of good into medium. And I like being able to advertise it as good because that's a nice thing to be able to do. They probably buy final okay, maybe, yeah. I'm annoyed. Oh, is it not working? I'm gonna criticize the game devs of VR chat for this. Why would you make a creator struggle through Unity past that? Why would you make them download it? I don't know. VR chat. When was VR chat made? ...2004, 10 years ago. VR chat is 10 years old. Things were different. Things were different back then, basically. It was 10 years ago. They probably didn't even foresee that VR chat would get as popular as it has. Things were different back then. Hell, 10 years ago, if you'd asked me, what can I make a game in? I probably would say Unity. 2014, I graduated from high school. I was still in high school in 2000, or the equivalent of high school. Was I in university or college? I think I was in university. Was I in college? I've forgotten now. That's how long it's been. I don't care anymore. Hi, Rodent. Yeah, it was 10 years ago. Things are different. Right, here's a big old gamble. Are any of our things gonna work, do you think? I bet it's not, but we're gonna find out. The Mouse Mountain Partner is actually a very fat rat that can't fit into the trouser set. Well, now you've got another rat, right? That's fine. They should put a character designer in-game, or at least create the software for it. See, that's what the new one, Resonite, is trying to do. The problem is that VR chat now has the foundation of it's the one everybody uses, so trying to get people to go over to the new one is hard because it's like, oh, well, none of the stuff that I bought for VR chat will work in Resonite, so I gotta start from scratch, and a lot of people are like, which I agree. I'm also like that, of like, is Resonite probably better and built in a better engine? Maybe. Do I want to go through the process of converting the like 15 avatars that I use to Resonite? Not really. Do any of my friends play Resonite? No, they don't. So we all just stay in VR chat. It's a problem. It is a problem. Only if I can catch it. It blows my mind because my new girl Gouda is the largest lap radio I've ever had, and this wild rat might be her size. Oh my goodness. Large. Right, so Kobble FX and parameters. What are the chances I can use these? I feel like the answer is slim to none. Customize. Kobble menu. Kobble expressions. Yeah, ain't no worky. Oh, that one works. Some of them work. Wait, is that because I don't have expressions on this one? We don't have any settings set up. We also don't have the tongue fizzbone set up. Excuse me. Where are we? Kobble FX. Proxy, small. Okay, so I didn't actually have anything set on these. Do the whole thing that I used to do, which is this. Small blep. Big blep. So I can visually see which ones have stuff. Wink left. Closed smile. Closed smile, wink left, big blep, small blep. These are empty. Right hand. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Small grin. empty. Wink right. And thumbs up is big grin. This is still idle. That is still idle. And that is still idle. And the idle is still just do not touch. I was in play mode. Okay, it did save that, okay. Does this all still work? Don't go. Gesture manager. So it's on the left hand, the bottom 4, and on the right hand, the bottom 2 and the one above. I think they're in the same order. Smile. Wink. Let. Smile. Wink. Nothing on that one. Smile on that one. Okay, so that is working. That is working. I don't have to completely do it from scratch. I did Calamity's photo shoot. I don't need Calamity's avatar anymore. This is just deleting it on my VR account before anybody panics. That's just deleting it on my VR account. So I'm going to delete you. And then rebuild. Again, I closed out the game because I thought I was good. Okay, this is the last time we're going to do this because it is 5 to 5. Oh, is that your rat rodent? Oh, they're so cute. Oh, your rat's really cute. Is that Gouda? That was Gouda a month ago. She's larger now. Oh my god. Cute. Cute. We are still not floating. That is a victory. And then if these have expressions tied to them. There we go. They are working. That's good. That's fine. They are working. Okay. Did VRC keep the Pride home? The home update is staying. The Pride bit did not. This is the new home now, but the Pride bit did not stay because they're cowards. The new home is permanent. Now they're advertising the Summer Music Fest. This is basically an advertisement for whatever is happening at the moment. But, okay. I mean, yeah, digigrade legs will always be broken when you do this because this isn't really what they're meant for. but that is an improvement. We are no longer floating off the ground. If anything, I'm actually so happy. I feel like I haven't actually communicated that enough. I'm so happy that we're not floating anymore and we did actually fix something. The little tiny leg twist that happens, I can live with. And as like the main benefit of digigrade rigs is when you're wearing full body is looking fancy. When you're wearing full body, I don't think you even have that little leg twist because it's tracking your foot and you have an actual tracker. So I don't think it's actually that much of a problem. So, okay. So next week, okay, we can draw a line under that. I'm not modifying the mesh or the model itself or the texture anymore. I am purely doing Unity setup, assuming, you know, we had the little thing where the eye was clipping through the mesh. Assuming we don't find any other issues like that, I only have Unity stuff to do now. Only have Unity stuff to do now. Because I've already decided, I was like, I want clothing with this. I just want to fucking get it done. I'll do clothing another time. I want to move on and do other things. I have a backlog that I need to clear. I will do clothing as like a update, maybe a free update, maybe a paid update. I don't know. I will do clothing later. But we just have to do the Unity setup to get the remainder of the expressions set up, and then all of the customizations so that you can turn the horns off and you can turn the ears off, get all the fizz bones set up, get all the body options set up, do it as paid accessories. I probably am, because honestly, frankly, at this point, if it was a free update, I'd be fucking losing money on this, given the amount of time that I've sunk into it. I'm on the verge of considering putting the price up. It's currently $20. I might put it up to $25 when the new update comes out. I might do a little promotional thing of like, it's gonna stay at $20 for a week when it first releases, and then after that it's gonna be $25 as like a little promo of like, yay, it's had an update. Because of just how much I've put into it. But anyway. It means we're gonna have some nice food, and we're gonna play Oh Dear tonight. We're gonna chill out. What? There's my phone reminding me of things.
Deep down in the dark.
Oh, what a song to have on.
You're losing all your light.
25 is good. I think given the customizations it has now, the sheer amount of stuff I have on it, I feel like 25 is justified.
I know everything is hard. I've been dealt those same cards.
I put it as 20 because I was like, it's my first ever avatar and it might be a bit buggy, but like we've ironed out a lot of those bugs and we've added in even more options. I think a $5, look at all of these blend shapes. I think a $5 increase is fine.
It's hard to see, but that light can never leave.
But yeah. So next week we're going to be doing customizations. And because I just went into VR chat and all of that is working, I can delete this, but I'm actually going to copy the fizzbone data off first. But that is for next week. I'm going to go.
To yourself, you can't be kind.
Ears, horns, yeah. Ears, horns, but also the body customizations got improved. We added in all of this, like face shapes and eyelashes and all that jazz. We added in a lot more options. Long claws, a thin neck, shorter snouts, you know, like raptor snoots like this, slit nostrils. We added in a lot of stuff.
There's always a candlelight. Sometimes
Lots of stuff got added in. I'm not 90% sure. I have a wiring issue somewhere, which is weird because it happened right after the Windows update. Weird. Yeah, and we've added in the potential for clothing. So we added in like accessibility things for like if other people want to make stuff, because that's perfectly within the models TOS if you can make stuff for it.
Just remember in the darkest night, there's always a candlelight.
So we added in a bunch of things that I think justifies the increase. Look how long the fucking list is.
But that light can never
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I've bought avatars that cost like $25 that have shorter lists than this. I think I can brag a little bit. Some of the avatars I own don't have nearly as much customization. Some of them have more. The Jex is so much. We love the Jex. But some of the models that I've bought have way less than this. So I'm going to take a little bit of pride in that. And we fixed the leg rig. So we're good. Right. I need you to respect me. I respect me. Right. Enough of that. We're going to raid, and we're going to raid Sleep at Sea Crover because, my god, do they never stream UK time. So, you guys probably might know Drawfee. Me and Curls have been known to talk about it quite a bit. They also have a stream channel where they play games, and it looks like they are currently playing Chained Together, that fun old game that is like only up except you're chained together with people. And they're playing with Onster and stuff, and Swift as well. We've even rated Swift from Doig Swift, I believe, is in with them. I don't know if Doig is as well. I can't tell from this preview. Raid message? Okay, we will do a raid message. We need something to do with legs. Maybe just that. Just my leg. Just go, my leg. Our raid message is, blah, my leg. There's your raid message. That's your raid message. My leg! Yeah, and we're gonna raid into Sleep at Sea Crover, who are great, and you should definitely follow them. I never get to watch them live because they never stream at this time, but I watch their VODs from time to time. So go have fun watching what they're watching. I really hope that they're not like about to end. But yeah, I will see you guys later for doing Odia in community game night. Thank you so much, everyone, for being wonderful. I love you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.